A Day in the Life of a White Person
by Joseph P. Larkin, a white person. I'm white, that's plain to see. It's my best quality. I thought you non-whites might enjoy a little peek into the daily non-struggle of one of the chosen ones, namely yours truly. So here's a little taste of what it's like to be a white person in these United States. In the morning, I wake up whenever the hell I feel like waking up. White peoples get to sleep in. I shower in opulence and get dressed in designer threads. Then it's time to face the day, usually around 11:30 a.m. If it's Saturday, I go to the farmer's market. If not, I go to the juice bar and buy a kale smoothie with the $5 I found on my doorstep. When you're white, someone leaves a $5 bill on your doorstep each morning. Just one of the many perks of being Caucasian. Then I hit up Starbucks for a free latte, and from there I hit the Improv Olympics. Because when you're white, you're born into a house team. Yes, and it's awesome. For the rest of the day, I appropriate some culture, drink more free Starbucks lattes, and oppress non-whites merely by existing. At the last Starbucks stop of the night, I lead the baristas and the patrons in a rousing chant of F-word, the N-word. At night, I sleep peacefully on a pile of money under a blanket made out of indigenous people's sadness. Who's that rapping at your window? A caller at this hour? You peel open your shutters to find we three trolls standing in your front yard, dressed to the nines, as always. At their feet, 3 boxes containing spirits, marijuana, rolls of toilet paper, and fireworks. You throw on your shades and throw caution to the wind. You're riding with we three trolls tonight.
Once upon a time, there was a princess who lived in a great stone castle atop a bright mountain so high the clouds danced by her windows every morning to usher in the new day, each more pleasant than the last. She lived a life of luxury. Her only want was to find a prince to marry, get stuffed, plop out a few royal rugrats, and live as a queen in a small but respectable land. Eventually, she became of age, and the suitors lined up for miles outside the castle requesting an audience. Letters of interest flooded her bedchamber at all hours. As a child, she dreamed of this time to come with wide, hopeful eyes, but now that it was here, accompanied by a cornucopia of potential, she became paralyzed. One day, she approached a chair sitting by her window, sighed, and slumped down into it. A tiny gray mouseling on the windowsill called out to her.
Young lady, why so sad? Take a look around. A wonderful, unknown life sits before you.
Oh, little one, you can't understand. Perhaps it is different for a rat like yourself, but with so much available to me, I cannot choose from this panoply of men.
At that moment, a cat gracefully leapt on top of the bed, yawned widely, and posited,
Why must you choose at all?
The princess turned to the cat curiously.
What do you mean, kitty? There are the suitors. If I am to be a queen, I must pick one.
I didn't say don't pick one. I'm just asking why you have to pick one now. Look at all of these princes here before you famine for your attention. They adore you. It's such a turn off. From one pussy to another, the litter box, shall we say, couldn't be drier. Besides, don't you realize there is a near endless supply of these men willing to please you?
Don't you listen to that wicked cat. She is not your friend.
Tisk, little mouse. You're only saying because I've eaten dozens of your cousins. Scram! The princess has a big, beautiful body, positive life ahead of her. She deserves to know what else and who else is out there.
Turning towards the lady, the cat continued it as it lazily flipped her tail hither and thither.
The suitors you've met are only a fraction of what's out there. I mean, why even choose one? There are men willing to worship your every virtue, fetishize your every vice, never asking for a thing in return, except the intermittent ha or LOL. I'm not saying you have to give up someday, but that day need not be today. You are so young, so lovely. Why not relish it?
Well, yeah, why should I have to choose before I get to know a few?
Over the many years, the young princess drank, dined, and gallivanted with many men, and one day, the tiny mouse visited her window again.
Princess, it's been a minute since I saw you last. Have you chosen a suitor? Now that you have a little more experience, we'll call it. Some people call it being a hoe. I'm not here to judge. You must be in want of a husband.
Before the princess could answer, the cat cackled out loud and said,
Oh, you silly, ignorant mouse.
Wake up!
Wake
Today
up.
she has
Today
even more
she has
suitors
even
than 5
more
years ago.
suitors than 5 years ago.
More, yes, but not all as noble as others.
the mouse added.
Of course, that's to be expected of anyone who opens her eyes and legs to the world around her.
There's always going to be some buckwheats to be separated
from the chads.
5 more years passed, and the princess was plugged by scores of men. The mouse once again hopped on the windowsill.
Dear lady, have you found a mate? It has been many years since this journey began, and if you were afield, you'd have been well plowed and seeded by now.
I have seen men come far and come wide, but everyone knows it's width that counts. Perhaps it is time, tiny mouseling. You do not lie, and I have been quite the little gutter slut, lo, these many years.
The cat sashayed silently into the room before announcing,
Nonsense. You could wait another 10 years before she loses half her suitors.
Never mind the traditional ramblings of this
impressive, yes.
You finally discovered who you are. Why not enjoy it a bit?
and enjoy herself the princess did as the suitors trained behind her. Another 10 years came and went, and the mouseling returned to find the princess frustrated once again.
Oh, tiny friend, I'm at a loss. Just as the cat predicted, I have half the suitors I had at one time. But I did not realize that half that stayed would be the worst half.
Sorry, my dear princess. It's the current year. Many suitors who first wrote and visited have secured their kingdoms by now.
Darn it, where is that cat? She'll know what to do.
I thought I heard the voice of an empowered lady.
Said the cat perched atop a bookcase.
Never mind that. Now, what am I supposed to do?
You will have to choose from those that remain. The B team, if you will, like that first half of suitors were the A team, the Alpha team. This would definitely be Team Beta.
But I didn't even think about these men over the years. How am I to choose?
Perhaps it'll take another few years, but I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for if you look closely enough.
Another 5 years passed, and the princess had become frantic and fat. Bitch got hella fat.
Cat! Cat! Where's that goddamn motherfucking cat? I have to find that cat. These men are all terrible. I don't think I can even differentiate one from the other.
Said the cat as it hopped onto the bed, needed some biscuits, and stretched into a position only it could find comfortable.
Oh, thank God. What do I do? Most of these men are obsessed with stories written for children. My litter box, as you called it, has never been drier.
I'm sorry, but there's nothing left
really
to
nothing
do.
left to do.
It's a fact, Jack.
Those men are gay as shit, and you'd be better off without them.
Even if you allow them
access to your kingdom, it'll be like watching an autistic child play video games with a controller that isn't even plugged in.
But you said I could always choose later.
I didn't lie.
You can choose.
It's just not a choice you want to make, and that's why you shouldn't make it. I wouldn't.
I shouldn't make it. I only wanted a prince and a family. Now I'm going to be old and lonely and nobody to keep me company but you and the mouse?
But the mouse, too, had left.
Great. Now I guess I'm stuck with you.
The cat smiled broadly.
Why are you smirking? What's so funny? Did you know this would happen?
Why do you think I did it? It wasn't for the doughy withered princesses like you squandering their assets like a Floridian squanders last week's scratcher winnings.
If it wasn't for y'all, who would take care of us? us.
Soon I'll be one of many. Too late to fight it now.
It's too late to fight it now.
Not
It doesn't look good on you.
It's ugly. Even uglier than your snatch after that tsunami of cock straight plowed your meat
monkey of yours into dust.
Princess slowly walked to the window, positioned herself on the edge, and hurled herself off. The next day, the cat wrote a blog calling the princess brave and blaming it all on royal culture, and no one lived happily or ever after.
We Three Trolls is recorded at the stroke of midnight each witching hour in the Brat Cave, a.k.a. the basement of the world-famous comedy store deep in the heart of the Sunset Strip. This episode of We Three Trolls was based on a novel by Danielle Steele.
Ooh,
It's pretty spicy.
thank you.
I'm Sir Fucks-a-Lot. See? I told you Danielle Steele wrote this. Who's with me today?
I'm Wub Savell.
I'm Permit Patty.
Tales.
Tales from the Venice Beach Crib Walk, Drug Addict, Meth Alley, Meth Lane.
Hey, you called the police, huh?
I had to call the police.
And that didn't do anything, did it?
Made it worse.
Yeah.
Made it worse. Which I had an inkling it would happen, but I can't believe people blatantly just selling drugs and having like people staring in my windows. You know, just crackheads, meth heads, just doing
looking around.
doing what they do. Yeah, just checking it out because they're sketchy.
Scouting.
I mean, buying, selling all night long. So I was like, I gotta say something. Call. Nobody shows up. Call again. The guy calls me and he's like, are they still there? This is the police officer. He's like, hello, this is Officer blah, blah, blah. Are they still there? I'm like, yeah, they're still there. Just blatantly selling drugs. 2 pit bulls, not on a leash. Just smoking meth in the car. It's hilarious because I'm surrounded by $1 million homes. Like literally, Venice is the most expensive place to live in America besides Beverly Hills. You have that, and then right 10 feet away from me, you have that happening. So I call him and I see the cop coming up. At this point, there's a guy waiting by the van, this caravan full of bikes on the back. No license plate in the front, no license plate in the back, right? If I park there for 2 hours, I get a fucking ticket. I have no idea what's going on with these people. Anyway, they come there and I'm like, we're all watching out the windows and shit, like peeking through. There's a guy there, this big black guy. He's got a knife, switchblade, and he's shaving one by one. He was looking in that mirror for like 3 hours, just shaving one hair out at a time. The cop walks up. He's with a female police officer. She's like, he's got a knife. The cop was like, give me your knife. And he's like, no. You know what the cop did? Let it go. And then all of a sudden she comes up because she had walked away somewhere because somebody had taken her bike or some shit. They start talking to her. I can't hear what's going on. She's talking her way out of it. She's just fucking, she's been up doing meth all night long. Just talk. They take off and that's it. Then she comes back and she's like, it was these motherfuckers, and points to our apartment building, right? I'm like, oh, great. That was fucking wonderful, right?
Guess who's about to get stitches?
The guy that she's with takes his shirt off, exposes all of his tattoos, takes a belt, puts it over his sweatpants. She hands him something and he stuffs it into his sweatpants. Could be gun, could be more drugs. He takes off. Now there's another guy, big white guy in a green shirt that comes by, goes into the van, gets out of the van. All of a sudden he pulls his truck up and then he pulls around the property to the front of the property. And then the dog ran up to our door without a leash on. So, wow. Okay. I never gave my address. I did it anonymously and all this shit. But still, I just don't understand. Like, how much more proof do you need that somebody's fucking selling drugs and doing drugs out of their car, like, nonstop? Having crackheads around your fucking building. And this is like a nice area. You know what I mean? It's just blatantly just out in the open. Oh, yeah, this is why you don't call the police. It's fucking useless. Unless somebody's killing you, stabbing you, or shooting you in the face, it's fucking pointless because they just made the situation worse. I don't know what they told him, but she's still parked there.
I don't know. There's nothing you can do. I have the same problem, but they don't live as close to me.
Oh, I don't have any security gates on my windows, and that was the first reason why I called in the first place, because we all know what crackheads do. They fucking steal, okay?
That's how I feel about chocolate. I'm a chocoholic. I'm a chocoholic. Lock me up. I want a gun.
So,
we need to get guns now while we still can. And I want to get one that's got the serial number scraped off. Not because I'm doing
I mean, I might have to talk to the same meth dealer to get one of those guns.
Maybe.
But, you know.
Maybe that's how you make peace with them.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, you know, I promise I won't shoot you in the face, but can I get one of them guns? That'd be cool.
The fewer teeth, the more likely a thief. How's that for a saying? There's no solution to your problem. You're fucked. The end.
Yeah. Well, so
Sorry.
this might be my last podcast, guys.
Yeah.
What I like best about these junkies is they totally have an insane inflated sense of entitlement. So like The ones that live in my neighborhood, get a load of this, okay? They live in an RV, and on the back of it, it says, "No shit, lazy days." No shit, lazy days. Like, I couldn't figure that out. You fucking do drugs there all day. That's lazy as it gets.
Of course.
They parked their lazy days RV behind the cleaners. There's like a Asian laundromat or something over there. And they must have called the cops on the RV because the people in the RV came back and spray painted on the sidewalk, "Fuck you and the cops." When I said they've been parked there, they have not moved this RV in over a year because I've lived there since March of 2017. It's been there every fucking day since before that. I don't even know how long that fucking thing's been there. So good luck is all I gotta say.
I fucking hate them.
I don't understand why they don't just ticket them until they can't, or if they don't
See,
respond, then
They
they get
don't
booted,
ticket
and then
anybody.
you impound them. Why? And then that at least gets them out of the area.
They don't give a fuck.
I
They don't
understand
ticket
that.
anybody, man. I couldn't
give
even
a
believe it. I was
fuck.
like, why did you even come talk to these people if you weren't even gonna like search them? If you search that vehicle, you will find so many drugs.
Yeah,
so
by the
much
way,
money.
if you park out on Sunset at 1:52, if that's when your meter runs out and
They're right
they
there.
go free at 2 a.m., it does not matter. There is a parking attendant
Yeah.
giving you a $60 ticket.
Well, that's why I think that they're in on it because I think the parking attendants are getting paid, especially on North Venice Boulevard, because that's meth lane, man. If you walk down there, it's like homeless people that live in their vans selling drugs out of there. Nobody does anything about it.
You know what? Fuck them. I hate these junkies. There's a couple that lives in my neighborhood too, and they just go outside and scream at each other. "Fuck you, I'm going to the bar." "No, fuck you." And they both have bicycles. "I don't have a bicycle. I don't have a bicycle." Why do these junkies have two?
By the way, this bitch had like 10 bicycles on the back of her caravan.
They're stolen. That's another thing
All
that
of them are
gets my
stolen.
fucking goat. Is that
All
there's
of them
a
are stolen.
There's a bar up the block from where I live, and these motherfuckers now live in a van behind the bar, and they have 10 bicycles on the back of their van, as if they're riding their bicycles anywhere. You stole those from people that live in the fucking neighborhood, and
How
then
do
have
you
the
know
audacity.
they're not going to try to win the Tour de France?
The Tour de fuck
Maybe they're
ups.
not. Maybe
Who
they're
needs
not.
steroids when you have meth? You know?
Yeah, maybe they'll kill it in that game.
Yeah.
By the way, I
Probably
live in
also selling
Inglewood,
pussy.
and I have no problem with homeless people or people living in vans on my street. Doesn't happen at all.
There's gotta be.
I bet it is.
There's
It's
gotta be people sleeping in vans somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere, but they're not on my street.
Not yet.
Anyway,
they aren't.
you know where I think I've told this story before with the birds where they always like eat shit right on my sidewalk where it's this huge crack. She did a nice deed. I was watching her. I mean, she's been my entertainment for like the last 2 days. She took red tape. I don't know where the fuck she got the red tape from. Probably that fucking horde of mess she's got in that van. And she put red tape at like an arrow where the crack was at. So because people kept flipping their birds and her dog was trying to attack these people falling because it was getting scared. So that was pretty funny. I guess that's a good deed by her.
Well, it almost makes up
You know,
for the
meth head
you
shit,
know,
but-
all the drug dealing and public defecation going on.
Smoking out of a light bulb, by the way. Smoking meth or crack out of a light bulb. Yeah.
Ingenuity. I like it.
I feel like
That's a problem
Edison would have been okay with that, you know.
Yeah, right?
If you're smoking out of a
Criminal.
light bulb, you're kind of a dim bulb. That's what I think. That's what I think about you.
I've got an idea. Drugs are bad.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
From the Reddit verse, ripped
Yeah.
from today's Reddit. I'm 34, male, and caught my wife, 32, female, cheating on me on our 10th anniversary trip to Bali.
Whoa.
She got bald in Bali.
God damn it. You got in before I did.
Yep. You gotta be fast.
Son of a bitch. This is a post by, I'll exclude the name. To be
no,
named,
it's
remain,
named Bucklander.
Bucklander. More
That-
like Cucklander.
Yep.
I took my wife on a 10th anniversary trip to Bali, and I caught her cheating on me.
Oops.
Is this Along Came Polly? What the fuck?
Along came Bali. Along came in Bali. All right. My world is completely shattered right now. She's still in Bali, and I took an earlier flight home. I had suspected her of cheating earlier in the year, but had no concrete proof. I don't know what steps to take now. She keeps telling me she's not sure what she wants, even though we have been together for 13 years and married for 10, and she just met this guy. I can't even begin to understand the thought process going on here. Yeah, thoughts.
She's thinking about taking some dick.
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious she doesn't want to be with you.
Yeah, she's bored. She's been with you for 13 years.
She's
She literally chose any other guy over you, and
She
you
just
left
met
her-
a guy.
Yeah,
and
you left her.
you.
You left her to fuck
this
him
guy's-
on
this-
your dime, idiot.
This guy's
Dumb fuck.
delusional. She's probably been cheating like the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But she finally got the balls to do it in Bali. I can't even begin to understand the thought process she's going through. It feels like being stabbed so hard in the heart. I was stabbed weakly in the heart. No big deal. It also
Little jabs.
sounds like he's only telling her the things she wants to hear, and she believes it all. I don't believe that. There's no way this guy's telling her things she wants to hear, and he's fucking her.
Telling her
That
with his
silver
penis?
tongued devil.
yeah. What? He really seduced her, I guess. I'm very curious what those things are. You know, did she tell him?
Oh, you're not a
Like-
whore. You're not a whore at all, cheating on your husband like this.
Yeah, that
You're
probably
awesome.
is it. This is not your fault
This is
that
his
I'm
fault.
dicking you.
Yeah.
This is not your fault. To make matters worse, I am finding out this man she is with may be a criminal of some sort.
He definitely stole her heart. I stole your wife's heart, bitch.
Stole her morals. The locals
Word
do
on.
not like him and explain to me he may have stolen a lot of money and is hiding on the island.
Oh.
Can I report him to the police or Interpol or something?
Absolutely report him.
What a bitch. Don't do that. Just move on, dude. It's over.
I just want my wife back, and I
you
hate
don't.
this guy.
What'd he do?
How does he not hate his wife?
Yeah,
You should
well-
definitely hate her.
Yeah, she's the one who did something wrong.
This guy's just some fucking dude trying to get some probably American trim, you know?
Oh, hell
Oh
yeah.
my god.
But I don't even know if I can get past this. She texts me maybe twice a day right now just to say she's okay and she's having a good time. I bet she is. A good time. Probably having a great time.
Is she coming back, or is she moving out there?
I don't think
Having
I
to
can
catch
stay
up?
with her after this when I get those texts, but part of me keeps remembering the good times and
What good
omits the
times?
bad.
Whatever.
Please help me because I can't see clearly right now.
He's gonna
Yeah,
end up
what's her
killing
name?
her. Is what's gonna happen.
You never saw clearly, brother. You didn't see shit.
This guy.
Let's hope you don't see clearly, because that bitch is dead.
I can see clearly now. The bitch is gone.
Yeah.
He really should just get his affairs in order, no pun intended. Organize his shit so that he can just like leave her the minute she gets back to dry land. You know,
Yeah.
Throw all her shit out on the street.
Dry land. That's
Well-
the problem. That was the problem
It
in the
was too
first
much.
place. She was on dry land the whole
Well,
time.
she got to Bali, surrounded by moisture.
All right, gentlemen, let this be a lesson to you. Don't ever go on vacation with your woman. Take her to fucking Toontown, or what's it called? The Dolly Partonville. She'll definitely not find anyone to cheat on you with at Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton has her own amusement park. Is anyone else doing it?
Oh, yeah.
Dollywood.
Dollywood. Yeah.
Dollywood.
That
What
is
you-
some sad shit, though, dude. See, that guy, he's probably been cheated on the entire time. But even if he hasn't, I would feel this way. I would be like, look, honey, maybe I could get past you cheating on me. But it seems, of all the times to cheat on someone, it seems like doing it on your 10th anniversary
Would be
is
the
particularly egregious.
Yeah.
You know? You don't
It's
just go,
in your
no, I want
face.
to. Yeah, it's like, it's
Yeah.
not only cheating on you, clearly, it's insulting as well.
Yeah, it's quite a shit
It's
test.
like-
he
Yeah.
could overcome it though. First step was good. Leave her. Don't.
Yeah.
You'd be like, all right,
Oh, no,
go
he
get
can-
fucked all
for
you
sure.
want. Now you leave. Second
Yeah.
step, don't ever talk to her again.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Only through
the only way
lawyers.
that you can save face is to never talk to her again. Don't ever look at her face again. She doesn't exist anymore. And P.S., you don't exist to her. So fuck you.
It's
You
hard.
brought this on yourself.
It's hard for people to walk away, you know.
Well, how can it
It's
not
like
be easy as shit
anything.
to walk away from someone that
I
did this
don't
to
know. I
I
don't
say
know.
he does what everybody else does. You know, take it to Facebook
you? Yes.
and
Yes, get some
you know,
likes.
get some
Harvest
likes, get some pity.
likes. Harvest some crying faces.
Yeah.
Harvest some
Definitely.
frowny faces.
Yeah, make sure her whole family knows she's a goddamn witch, whore.
Oh,
Yeah.
guys, if you're wondering how my vacation went, here's the details.
Yeah.
She's a whore.
He should then like have little snapshots of her on the beach with the dude, you know, like cheater style.
Oh, I used to love that show, but then I
Yeah,
found it
where's
was,
Cheater's Bali version?
I need it.
I hope Joey Greco doesn't get stabbed again. Joey Greco. You know, it's
Did that really
it's-
happen? I heard that whole show's fake and set up.
I don't know about this, but listen,
I don't know.
listen up.
I don't know.
My ex-girlfriend and I used
funny.
to watch cheaters all the time. Guess what? She was a fucking cheater. She cheated.
She was looking for tips on how to skate.
Yeah.
Fuck, there's no way out.
Let me tell you this: like, if you're at the Olive Garden and Joey Greco shows up with a film crew, you are in trouble, dude. Get into your fucking car and drive. Drive anywhere. Leave the bitch behind. You're about to get
Oh, yeah.
humiliated. Oh, who's this? We don't ever go to the Olive Garden together.
I like the ones where they actually get into physical altercations. I'm like, yes,
Oh,
hell
you mean
yes.
like when they
fuck
stabbed
'em
Joey
up.
Greco on a boat and threw him in the water? Something like that. Dude, I love it. Yeah, they
Crazy.
always stab the guy or the girl that did the cheating with the spouse. It's like, that person's not your enemy. That person just wanted the same thing you wanted. Actually, that's your friend. They both wanted the same pussy. You guys have a lot in common. Why you
Everybody's
fighting?
getting killed. Everybody's dying if that happened to me. Everybody involved, everybody that knew something, didn't say something to me, they're dead. They're dead to me. Everybody's dead. That's how revenge works.
Corleone in here.
Yeah.
Steven Seagal over here.
They're dead.
Bessa.
Dead.
I wanted to put a bunch of Trump stickers on the RVs in my neighborhood, but I also don't want to get my ass whooped
Yeah.
when
Do you-
these junkies see me
Do you,
doing
do you
it.
got any
Yeah,
more of those
exactly.
stickers? Because
Oh, I
I would
got a
love to
ton of
just
them.
run
Yeah.
by and just slap one on there.
That'd be
all
great.
over. Yeah.
Stick it on the window and the windshield.
That should be Mila's next prank. Just put them on all those birds. Those bird scooters. Just put Trump stickers all over them. Didn't he do the Trump star thing?
Yeah, Trump star.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
You can buy it off his website too, or something, and you can do it yourself.
They pranked Hollywood Walk of Fame by making like stickers that overlaid over the stars to say Trump's name, like a bunch
That's
of them.
hilarious. And so people have just been doing that?
I don't know. They did it all at like one shot, I think.
Okay.
But then he also was selling them on his website for like like $1,000 or some crazy shit.
Wow.
So like, I think he made some money. It's a pretty great idea though.
Funny.
I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
Respect the hustle.
You know, how petty do you have to be to destroy someone else's star on the Walk of Fame? I'll point out.
What does it
I'll
solve?
point out Kevin Spacey is right by there. No one did anything to his. No one did anything to Bill Cosby's star. Just the president's.
It doesn't solve anything. And to be quite honest, it makes us look bad all over the world. It makes us weaker. I don't agree with everything Trump does, but he is the president. Like, you have to fucking accept that fact. And if your own people are sitting there fucking like outrageously, sometimes they might be right, but for the most part, these people screaming and crying and all this shit, it's not a good look for us. The people are making fun of us all over the world. That just weakens us even more.
Yeah, they sound
Like-
like a bunch of fucking babies. If I were
Yeah.
in Russia, I would fucking storm the beaches here, kill all the millennials, take over.
No,
Who's
it's-
gonna
it's
defend us? A
embarrassing.
fucking bunch of dudes with man buns crying over the fact that Toys R Us closed down
It's
a month ago.
embarrassing.
How are they gonna fucking defend us from our fucking enemies? Our enemies are laughing. They're laughing their balls off at how
Remember
stupid and gay we are.
When right after Trump won, that girl that was taking a shit, remember that? It was like all over. Like it was a protest, and she was like taking a dump. She's like, like taking a dump on, I don't know if it was his face or their poster. I don't remember, but like everybody was making fun. I'm like, okay, now this has gone a little bit too crazy. You know what I mean? When you have people like that, it's just, you cross the line. Now it's just embarrassing and it doesn't make sense. You're not helping the situation. You're definitely not helping your situation.
Yeah,
You
I know I'm sure we've mentioned it before, but it is like watching a bunch of people who collectively are mad at their ex, you know, and they're just they're livid. They cannot stand any mention of it.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They hear the word belle and they're like, she was my Southern belle.
Yeah.
I hate everyone. Stop talking about her.
Yeah,
It
but it's
is
like
exactly like
it's like,
that.
dude. I mean, you're cutting out his Walk of Fame thing. It is like cutting out the picture of your prom picture or some shit of the dude that you hate.
It's so childish. It's really psychotic, actually. My mom's one of them. I mean, I went back home for Vegas for a couple of days, and I mean, CNN and MSNBC was blasting all day long, and you know, my dad's just like laughing. I'm like, I kept telling her I was gonna vote for Trump 2020 just to fuck with her, you know, and she's like, no, you're not my daughter. And she's like, you know what I do? I want to take him, hang him up, and cut his meats off. I'm like, you mean his dick, Mom? And she's like, shut up. You're crazy. I'm like, why would you want to cause harm on anybody else? For
Dude,
what?
yeah.
He's with Putin. I'm like, okay, he's with Putin, and so what?
I saw an ad though for
You think
a
any of
new
these
Trump
politicians are
coin.
good?
I want to get a new Trump coin. They
Trump coin?
they got a coin that the mint is issuing. You know, like they always do that with presidents.
Yeah, I do.
I'm like, this is one I might actually want. It says like Trump 2020 on it, so it's like basically about being reelected.
I mean, as
I want one of those so
hated
bad.
and as loved as he is, he's very like either hate or love. Some people are in between. Like, I don't care
I
anymore.
love to hate him.
Yeah, I
This guy looks
guess.
like a
Makes
fucking
sense.
Cheeto.
Oh my God, here we go again.
If you think separating families is okay, I don't know. Have you ever been in a family? Some of them suck.
Yeah. I've been separated
Some
from my
people
family
would love
for
to be
years.
separated from
Yeah,
their
I
families.
separated myself.
That's
from
why
my
I moved
family.
out here, dude.
Yeah.
I'm good on that. Yeah.
You know, we need to take real quick. We
Yeah.
need to pop into Joseph's Film Corner just real quick.
Okay.
I just need to state, for the record, The Lost Boys, you know that movie with Kiefer Sutherland, is
Yes.
the gayest fucking movie ever made.
What? With
It's
that title?
gay as shit. That's exactly right. I didn't notice this, and I guess we'll have to
Really?
just...
You wish.
Hollywood is obsessed with stuff related to Peter Pan and Alice in Wonderland because the dude who wrote Peter Pan and the dude who wrote Alice in Wonderland were both famous pedos. So they keep remaking all these fucking movies, or in the case of Lost Boys, they reference Peter Pan in this movie that's about vampires. It's gay as shit, dude. There's like 20 actors in Lost Boys. 2 women in the whole fucking town of Santa Clarita. Only 2, or whatever fucking town it was. Only
It's
2
called
women
Lost
live there.
Boys.
It's gay as shit, dude. It is the gayest fucking movie.
You're right.
Corey Feldman in that
Unbelievably,
one?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And Corey Haim.
That's
Need
where they all
I
got
say
raped.
more?
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
guarantee
the
that's
set of
the
that
next.
movie.
That's the next reboot, dude.
Yeah.
Lost Girls, all girls cast.
Why not?
It's
Why
gonna
not?
be hilarious.
Gosh.
These vampires are going to empower themselves.
These vampires don't suck blood, but they do bleed.
Well, whatever. I guess we're done.
Rubbers are communist.
Why? Okay, well, anyway. All right, keep on trolling. You're doing time in society's prison. Your only crime was being born, but they still gave you a life sentence. Who will break you free from your state-sponsored misery? We 3G, indubitably. From the schoolhouse to the poorhouse to the courthouse and even the jailhouse, we 3 trolls has been trudging alongside you every step of the way, laughing as we march hand in hand to the madhouse. Hashtag live, laugh, love. Every day it's the same. Roused from slumber sometime before noon, you make a beeline for the nearest liquor store, which is helpfully located right across the way. You buy a fifth of anything cheap. If it rots the guts, it goes down the hatch. Booze procured, you stagger back to your house across the street. You lurch into the front door and draw all the curtains. You turn on the TV and it's already tuned to Fox News, sans sound. You take your first pull from the bottle and slip your headphones on. You press play on the iPod Shuffle. We 3 Trolls fills your ear holes as endorphins flood your brain. You are complete. Finally, you are complete. You only let him back in because he swore up and down he'd keep his hands to himself this time. Well, it's just 3 days later, and here you are on your hands and knees cleaning his blood off the kitchen tile. All he had to do is keep his hands to himself, but he just couldn't do it, the swine. You need a break from scrubbing the floor. You rise to your feet. You light a Virginia Slim. You taste the smoke. Tastes like freedom. You pop in your earbuds, crank up the volume, and listen to We 3 Trolls on repeat as you scrub his blood from the sticky floor. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Choose your own misadventure. It's noon. You have a splitting headache. You just woke up. Do you face the day or grab a fifth and an eighth, hop into your 1999 Ford Fiesta, crank up the We 3 Trolls, and drive anywhere? The choice is yours. Choose wisely. You walk to the drugstore to procure a fresh pack of razor blades. The cashier is taking forever. Doesn't she know you have something you need to be doing right now? Oh, great. Now she's making small talk as you tap your fingers on the counter impatiently. She rattles on impassively. How can someone be so clueless? How can someone be so heartless? You've had enough. You lash out at her. You tell her you are in a hurry and she needs to shut her word hole and finish ringing you up before you gut her like the pig she is. The cashier looks like she's just been punched in the stomach. You wish you had punched her in the stomach. Fuck it, you think, as you shove the package of razor blades into your pocket and make a beeline for the exit. Security tries to stop you, but you tell them to fuck off and keep moving. You know once you're out of the store, they can't do jack shit to you, and what's it matter now anyway? You walk briskly home. You leave the keys in the front door. You run a warm bath, light some candles, and remove your clothes. You slide into the sizzling H2O. You remove a razor blade from the package. It looks hungry. Feeding time, you say to no one as you press the blade against your wrist. Just then, you hear an alert from your phone. There's a new episode of We Three Trolls to download. You brush the blade aside as you pop your earbuds in. Suicide can wait. For now. The TV weatherman swore up and down the hurricane would swerve away from your city at the last possible minute. The television was wrong once again. The hurricane blew most everything away as it blew through town. Deceived by the TV, you elected not to evacuate. Luckily, your mama didn't raise any fools that lived. You'd already stocked your home with the necessary provisions, namely a case of Mad Dog 2020 and several dozen cartons of Twinkies that will never ever go bad. You smile to yourself as the power goes out because you had enough sense to charge your iPod. As the gunfire erupts outside your window and the screaming begins, you slip on your headphones and fall into a beanbag chair. We three trolls flooding your ear holes. Day late, dollar short. Late. Late again. Your period is late again, and the bills are past due. Plan B was your Plan A, but Trump took away funding for Planned Parenthood, and your friendly neighborhood baby killer had to close up shop. And now it's too late. He's late, said he had to finish up something at work. Again. You know where he's been burning that midnight oil lately. You'd love to tell him later, skater, but your period's late. And the bills are late. Past due, in fact. The hour grows late and the shadows grow long. It's later than you think. Can't put it off until later. There is no later. It's too late. Every day it's the same. Every day they chew you up and spit you out. Your bullies are many, your friends are few. In fact, it's just you against the world. One day you'll move to the city and meet other queer-kin furries like yourself, but right now you live in a small Midwestern town and you're on your own, kid. How to fight back? Ratting out your bullies never did any good. It only made the bullying worse. Your dad bought you a 9mm for your birthday and told you to feel free to use it on yourself. 2 more years and you're 18 and out of here. 2 more years until you hit the city and never look back. You throw the 9mm into the lake so you won't be tempted to use it. Walking back from the lake, you slip your earbuds in. 2 more years of this. Thank God for We Three Trolls. Every day it's the same. Every day it's the end of the world. Every day it's the same. Every day is the end of the world. Your family does not understand you. Your church group thinks you're a freak. Your friends have forgotten you. You slip your earbuds in. Thank God for We Three Trolls. We Three Trolls is your rock. It's your reason for living. The devil went down to Newport Beach, California. He was looking for a soul to snatch. He came upon this young fella tinkling the ivories of a guitar and playing it hot, and he thought, looks like I met my match. The devil hopped up on a park bench and introduced himself to the young man. The young man said his name was Kyle, and he told the devil he had inherited the guitar from his father when his father passed away 3 years ago. The devil exclaimed, "Oh, I know your father well. I've kept an eye on him for the past few years, and I'll keep an eye on him for all eternity." The devil cackled up a storm. Kyle looked forlorn. The devil saw his opportunity and said, "Boy, let me tell you what. I guess you didn't know it, but I played the guitar too, and if you'd care to take a dare, I'll make a bet with you. Now, you play a pretty good guitar, boy, but give the devil his due. I'll bet your old man's soul for yours, 'cause I know I'm better than you." Long story short, they had the competition, and now Kyle's in hell with his father where they both belong. Worst part of hell? No we three trolls. Every day it's the same. You walk alone to school, sit alone at school, walk home alone from school. You are hated by all and most intensely by yourself. Then one day Alexandra appears. Alexandra moves into the house up the block, and she walks to school alone every day too. At first, Alexandra leaves her house well after you leave yours, silently trailing far behind you along the route to school. But as the months wear on, Alexandra times her exit to coincide with your passing of her house. You start walking together, and a holy, wholesome friendship grows. Love blossoms not long after. She calls you her secret boyfriend. You are happy as a clam. You're on top of the world. You gladly give her your soul, and Alexandra laps it up hungrily. Then one day, Maureen Tucker sees you and Alexandra together, and she blabs it to everyone, and your secret affair is a secret no more. And Alexandra is so embarrassed, she tells her parents you raped her, and you've been in juvie 3 years now, and still haven't made a single friend in the whole stinking place. Rejected even by the rejects now. Thank God for We Three Trolls. They're the only friends you need anyway, you tell yourself as you slip the earbuds in and the tears slip down your face. Every day it's the same, except today, because today is July 4th. Lady Liberty's B-Day. The old gal don't look a day over 30. And you're ready to celebrate Lady Liv's birthday in style. For just last night, you took a ride out past the county line to procure yourself an assortment of fireworks. You got firecrackers, black cats, bobcats, zipper heads, wailing wheels, poppers, felchers, sparklers, and your favorite, Roman candles. You light the first Roman candle from a safe distance. It doesn't catch. You move in closer to light it again. This time the wick catches fire but burns out at the base of the presumably faulty firework. You pick up the Roman candle. You peer into it as if it were a periscope. Suddenly, a blast of scorching hot fire breaks free from the candle and goes right into your left eye, effectively melting it. You scream, you cry, you gnash your teeth. You were given superpowers. Just kidding, your left eye is permanently blinded, and you have to wear an eye patch to work every day, and your coworkers give you a new nickname, Butt Pirate. But hey, at least you have We Three Trolls to keep you company as you eat your lunch alone for the rest of your miserable fucking life. If that's what you call a life. Summer's here. The days have gotten longer, the skirts have gotten shorter, and it seems as if an ice cream truck's song can be heard no matter which way you turn. Street carnivals are popping up all over, and the beaches are overcrowded with frolicking families. But not your family. Your family forgot you existed ages ago. This summer will be just like last summer. Just you alone in your mother's basement with your hobbies, your comic books, your junk food, your childhood obesity, and your bitterness. Just like every summer, come to think of it. Everyone is having fun, enjoying their summer vacations, but not you, never you. You've got the summertime blues and there ain't no cure for it, a bullet in the head notwithstanding. Every day it's the same. You microwave all your meals. You play vidya and shitpost into the wee hours. You hate women and women hate you. Truly desperate, you send a fan letter to We Three Trolls. They seem to understand. They understand all right. Wub wipes his ass with your missive and mails it back unread. You have no one. You are no one. You're one of us now. You are our +1 in hell. You'll dine at our dinner table for all eternity. You're the king of the campus. At your high school, you are a god. Girls want to fuck you, and to be honest, you're so fucking hot the other boys want to fuck you too. Your dad does something in banking, so you're set for life. Nothing bad or sinister could possibly happen to you in any way in this story. You bully the weaker students because fuck them, they're weak. If they have a problem with it, they can take it up with God. It's His will, after all. You like to pick on one spaz in particular. He always wears a trench coat and he never takes his earbuds out, not even in class. Everyone else leaves him alone because they're afraid he'll shoot up the prom, but you do not let his weirdness go unpunished. You hate him because he's an individual. He thinks for himself and that threatens you, so you throttle him nearly daily. His free spirit is attractive to you, so you beat him harder each time you see him. Every day it's the same. Spaz rolls into class wearing earbuds, refuses to answer when you ask him what he's listening to. What is he listening to anyway? You've asked him 3 days in a row now. You've got to find out. Next time you pummel him, you rip out the earbuds. You pop the earbuds into your ears. You hear We Three Trolls for the first and final time. Later that evening, you hang yourself in your closet. The only way you'll come out of the closet is dead. We Three Trolls, children, not even once. You're 15 and you hate everything. Every day it's the same. Go to school where everyone hates you, then go to work where everyone hates you, then go home where everyone hates you too. You are a kissless virgin in a world full of chads. Your only friend is 4chan. 8chan is too edgy for you. You use 4chan as a substitute for a personality. You use all their catchphrases as your own, and anyone who doesn't like it can BTFO and KYS. You jump on the Trump train, choo-choo. Pepe speaks to your soul. You draw him on your notebooks, prompting the other students to call you a Nazi. Now it's prom season. The prom queen only won her crown because she visited L.A. last summer, and a video she made of herself tossing a used tampon on President Trump's star on the Walk of Fame went viral. Trump defamed on the Walk of Fame again. How low will these people sink? You decide to teach all the haters and losers a lesson. You decide to do some IRL shitposting. You decide to wear your Make America Great Again hat to the prom. You're going solo, of course, but in a way you'll be going with your friends from 4chan, as you have promised to post updates throughout the night. You only post one update that night. In fact, you don't even make it into the auditorium. In the parking lot, you are surrounded by 3 thugs in full Antifa garb. You stutter, "Hey, relax, fellas. I'm not even old enough to vote." You don't finish your statement because a bike lock breaks your jaw in 3 places. Long story short, you are beaten to a bloody pulp and left for dead by your assailants, who become folk heroes at your high school. You've been in the hospital for 3 months now and have received exactly 0 visitors. Everyone on 4chan who egged you on to wear the hat is indifferent to your plight. You've gone completely blind in your right eye, just for wearing a hat. The morphine drip drips and America is made great again as you slide the headphones over your battered ears and We Three Trolls pummels your drums. The wind howls, shaking the trees. The sky blackens like an all-too-ripened banana. Your face is momentarily illuminated by a bolt of lightning as it slashes the sky. It is Wednesday, hump day, your favorite day. For Wednesday is the day new episodes of We Three Trolls are put online. You sit at your computer, refreshing iTunes over and over. Thunder cracks the summer night like a whip as the lightning illuminates your face once again, revealing a single tear as it races down your pimpled puss. Why must they make you wait? Why must the waiting hurt so bad? You click refresh once more. Success! Episode number 31 is finally online. About damn time, you think, as the download commences and the tears dry up. You close your eyes and shut off your brain. We Three Trolls is doing the drive-in tonight. It's hot. Feels like a sneak preview of hell. It's so hot old people are dying from the heat. The sun beats down like a billy club. No relief in sight. No relief to be found anywhere, as every oasis has been burned to the ground. The murder rate goes up during the summer months because it's so hot. This summer will be no different. You'll have plenty of work to do before fall saves us all. You hide in the freezer during your lunch. Your coworkers at the morgue call you a freak for that, but whatevs. Let them sweat it out in the break room while you laze in the frigid air with the recently perished. You take another bite from your bologna sandwich. You chew it up. You don't need to eat lunch with your coworkers anyway. You've got We Three Trolls to keep you company.